to everydaychant@gmail.com. Thanks. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Namah Sadvivya. Sushvagatam. Bhaktaganam. Kripa Taunameva. Vasalagrinam. Vaditu.
Hare Krishna, Srimati Mataji and Harshita Mataji and all the assembled devotees. Dandavat Pranam. Mama Nama Shamarasika Devidasi. Aham Germantown Nagare Vasami. Shri Prabhupada Ji, Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Sudandar Bhandari from Maryland.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Guru Maharaj ki jai. Prabhupada ki jai. Dhanyavad Mataji and Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all the assembled devotees. Mama Nama Sharanagata Devi Dasi, Aham Clarksburg Nagare Vasami, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru Maharaj ki jai.
Hare Krishna, Guru Maharaj ki jai, Prabhupada ki jai. Dhanyavad Mataji. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी, मम नाम हलाधर दास, हम श्रीमूल वगैरह वसामी। प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरु महाराज की जय।
हरे कृष्णा, गुरु महाराज की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय। धन्यवाद प्रभु जी। हरे कृष्णा। Hare Krishna. Would anybody else like to announce their names? Hare Krishna. Would anybody else like to announce their names? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Today we are reading Bhagavad Gita, chapter 18, the conclusion, perfection of renunciation, text number 33. Hare Krishna, Sharanagata Mataji, please take over the call now. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Dandavat Pranam to all the assembled devotees. We will start our today's discussion with Mangalacharan prayer. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manovishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Sagrajata Sargana Raghunathanvitan Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sarana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitauscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Krupa Sindhubhyev Cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Bhagavad Gita discussion. We are in chapter 18, which is the last chapter in Bhagavad Gita, and we will be discussing today 3 verses. 33, 34, and 35. So we will recite first the Sanskrit, and then we will see the meaning of this verse and how we can utilize this in our life to understand where we are or what we are doing. We are discussing 3 modes how they affect everything that we do, our actions, our every aspect, like the way of looking at the thing, perspective, and because of that, whatever our knowledge we are getting, looking at the things outside, and then how actually we are taking it into our life. So everything is depends on the three modes. Uh, Whichever mode is very strong while doing our actions or while looking at the thing outside, that mode affects it. So we know that everyone is, we all, whoever are alive on this earth, they are made of like three modes, or they are always affected with these three modes. It's sattva, raja, and tama, mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. And there is a constant competition between these three modes, and one will be always dominating the other two. The one which is very stronger or like, dominating the other two will affect the way of our life and lifestyle. And that is what is Krishna explaining to Arjuna. So today we will see Dhruti. It means determination. And Aladar Das Prabhuji, please kindly guide us how to chant these three Sanskrit shloka.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanyavad. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, it's chapter 18, text number 33, and page number 681 on English Bhagavad Gita. So the wording are Dhrutya yaya dharayate mana pranendriya kriyaha yogina vyabhicharinya dhriti sa partha satviki. Dhrutya yaya dharayate mana pranendriya kriyaha yogina vyabhicharinya dhriti sa partha satviki. And then number 34. Yaya tu dharma kamarthan Trutya dharayate Arjuna prasangena phalakankshi Dhruti sa partarajasi. I'm going only Sanskrit way, Mataji. That's okay, right?
Yes, please.
Yaya tu dharma kamartan Dhritya dharayate Arjuna prasangena phalakankshi Dhritihi sa partarajasi. Then number 35. Yaya swapnam bhayam sokam visadam madameva cha na vimunchati durmeda dhritihi sa partha tamasi. Yaya swapnam bhayam sokam visadam madameva cha na vimunchati durmeda dhritihi sa partha rajasi. Please try it. Hare Krishna.
So you did 35 too, Prabhuji?
Yeah, that's what the 35.
Okay,
Yaya
sorry.
sapnam vayam sokam
Right.
visadam madame.
Okay, let me try. धृत्यायया धारयते मनः प्राणेन्द्रिया क्रियाः योगेनाव्यभिचारिण्या धृति सा पार्थ सात्विकी यया तु धर्मकामार्थान् धृत्या धारयते अर्जुन प्रसंगे फलाकांक्षी धृति सा पार्थ राजसी यया स्वप्नभयं शोकं विषादं मममेव च न विमुच्यति दुर्मेधा धृति सा पार्थ तामसी. Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Please try everyone. 33,
Hare
34
Krishna
and
Mataji,
35.
Dandavat Pranam. This is Valli.
Hari Bol.
I'm reading Sloka 33. Dhrutyaya dharayate manah pranendriyakriyah yogena vyabhicharinya dhrutih sa partha satviki yaya tu dharma kamarthan dhrutya dharayate arjuna प्रसङ्गेन फलाकाङ्क्षी धृतिः सा पार्थराजसी यया स्वप्नं भयं शोकं विषादं मदमेव च न विमुञ्चति धर्मेधा धृतिः सा पार्थतामसी। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Srimati is reading. Chapter 2. Nrityaya dharayate mana pranendriya kriya yogena vyabhicharinya dhriti sapartha satviki. Text number 34. Yaya tu dharma kamarthan dhritya dharayate arjuna prasangena falakankshi dhriti sapartha rajasi. Text number 35. यया स्वप्नं भयं शोकं विषादं मदमेव च न विमुञ्चति दुर्मेधादिति स पार्थतामसि। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Chamarasika here. Dhrutya yaya dharayate manah pranendriya kriyaha yogena vyabhicharinya drutihi sa partha satviki. Text 34. यया तु धर्मकामार्थं धृत्या धारयते अर्जुन प्रसंगेन फलकांक्षी धृतिः सा पार्थ राजसी। 35. यया स्वप्नं भयं शोकं विषादं मम देव च न विमुच्यति दुर्मेधा धृतिः सा पार्थ तामसी। हरे कृष्णा।
Hare Krishna. Anybody else would like to chant these three shlokas? Okay. Hari Bol, anyone is there? Okay. Let's see word to word what these shloka means. So first shloka, Dhrutya means determination. So today we are talking about three types of determination. Yaya, by which, Dharayante, one sustain, Manaha, of the mind, Prana, life, Indriya, and senses, Kriyaha, the activities, Yogena, by yoga practice, uh, Avyabhi, Avyabhicharanya, means without any break. Dhrutihi means determination, that Partha, O son of Pritha, Satviki, in a mood of goodness. I really like this word Krishna used, avyabhicharena. Vyabhichar, we know this word we use so many times in our day-to-day, in this worldly uh, environment around us. We see that, there is a word used as a word vyabhichar, which means not loyal to someone, but here it is avyabhicharena, means without any break, means again completely with all the complete loyalty. That is what it is showing. So translation is, O son of Pritha, that determination which is unbreakable, which is sustained with steadfastness by the yoga practice, and which thus controls the activity of a mind, life, and senses, is determination in a mode of goodness. So this determination is not just something that is with the mind. It is said that like which controls the activity of the mind, life, and senses. All these three you should be able to control with a determination, or which is aligned to your intention. Determination means like you're putting your intention above everything. So that kind of a determination is a mode of a goodness, which will never ever break, which will never ever for even a fraction of a second, it will, put you into some different situation, or put you into like, breaking your routine. So that determination is a mode of a goodness. And I heard it so many times nowadays that like, sometimes when we say that like I can't chant regularly, I can't read regularly, or many a time I start things like, with very enthusiasm that, oh, from today, let me, do one verse per a day or one chapter a day. When there is now that like, New Year is coming, we decide so many things from this New Year resolution. We say that like, oh, we will do, we will decide few things that we will do it regularly. We will take care of our health. So what is it like? What kind of a mode that motivate us to decide these type of things is mode of a passion. So when it is a mode of a passion, it's like, really higher than mode of a goodness and mode of a ignorance. Then we decide things that like, I'm going to do this like regularly. So this initial decision is taken by mode of a passion. But what is it that takes us to stay loyal to that decision is a mode of a goodness. And that is exactly what is written here. So yoga means to understand the supreme soul, one who is steadily fixed in the supreme soul. With now the Prabhupada is explaining it in little bit differently. He is considering that like what is a yoga. So Sumati Mataji, would you like to read this purport? I started reading it, but I realized that you are there. So you go ahead and read this purport, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Purport by Srila Prabhupada and Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Text number 33. Yoga is a means to understand the Supreme Soul. One who is steadily fixed in the Supreme Soul with determination, concentrating one's mind, life, and sensory activities on the Supreme, engages in Krishna consciousness. That sort of determination is in the mode of goodness. The word avyabhijarinya is very significant, for it indicates that the persons who are engaged in Krishna consciousness are never deviated by any other activity. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, very nice. Thank you so much. So again, when we see in the Prabhupada's purport also, he mentions that avyabhicharina, which means that person who is constantly engaged into that activity. And Prabhupada is talking about the yoga, means like the way to understand the Krishna. Any activity that we do to understand the Krishna is called as a yoga. In Krishna consciousness, we are doing so many activities like chanting regularly or reading or understanding Krishna's words regularly, means studying the scriptures. So all this is part of a yoga, and Prabhupada is saying that one who is fixed in the supreme soul and one whose intention is really really fixed, that I want to understand Krishna, I want to connect with Krishna. Yoga means connect with Krishna also. So one who is absolutely sure about it, whose determination is really, really strong, or we will say that in a mode of a goodness. So determination means like even if there are many obstacles which are like disheartening our intention. Sometimes, like, see, we say many a times, like, environment is not really proper for me, or, my family is not involved in Krishna consciousness, and that's the reason I'm not able to do it properly, or so many reasons we give. So these are all the external factors. I mean, it's not that like they are wrong or something, but we are just talking about how it affects the determination. So it is a external obstacles, and then there are our moods. Like, sometimes they de-energize us. Like, today I'm in a good mood or bad mood, or I heard some news and that is shaking my faith. That like, how can Krishna do this? How can Krishna do that? Or Krishna did something externally to external environment is such that Krishna don't want me to do this Krishna consciousness properly. So many things. So moods de-energizes us, and these external obstacles, they dishearten us. And in both the condition, if we preserve our intention, then we can say that like our determination is really strong, or we are determined to do that. So determination means to place our intention above all the emotions. Whatever emotions we are going through, we are going to put. So see, like our intention is very strong, then we will do it in any conditions, and every condition we will try to do that. Like suppose what I can think about is like if a mother, she wants to take care of her child, and her child is totally dependent on her, and she wants to give some say we can say that like food to her child or do something, then like her intention is like so strong that I want to protect my child or I want to feed my child. That doesn't matter what kind of obstacles come on her way. Even if she is poor, even if she's not having anything, her health is not really good. She was awake the whole night. Her some tragedy happened to her, like which like that young boy had no clue that what is going on in his mother's life. But mother will try to feed that child and protect him in any condition. So here the intention is so strong that nothing else bothers her. But like while we are in Krishna consciousness, while we are doing chanting, while we are doing these studies, our intentions are not very strong, and that is the reason we really put forward these reasons that like this happened and I can't do, that happened and I can't do. So that is very nicely said, that like putting our intention above all our emotions. So our emotions are always flickering. Sometimes they work for us, that is like in harmony, they are like in harmony with us. Today I'm like very very in a good mood to do the chanting, or like, oh, Krishna did something really good with my family and I really want to thank him, so I will do great chanting today. But like sometimes they work against us, so sometimes I feel that like, no, I'm not in a mood to thank you, Krishna. So our emotions are like really always flickering. So therefore, we need to base our intention on something higher than our emotions. And Bhagavad Gita states that determination in a mode of a goodness centers on regulating the senses by sustaining yoga practice. Okay, so they will keep us properly, because mind and senses, including or mind and senses, they induce within um, us and desire our emotion, and that often contrary to our principles. Like, our mind and senses, they are always talking about something which our intelligence is going in one way and mind and senses are going into something else. They induce us in doing something else. They, like, my intelligence is saying that it is best to get up early in the morning, but my senses are saying, oh, sleep for some more time. And our mind is saying that, oh, that's okay. Even if you sleep for half an hour more, still it is Brahma Murta. It is anyway, it is like, it is it is right now winter, and yesterday was the longest night and the smallest day of the season. So you can sleep some more time. So this is how our mind and senses always try to induce us into something which our intelligence had decided that like we should do. It's like determination is the work of intelligence. I mean, keeping us on the track. It is a work of our intelligence, but our mind and senses are always against us. So so everything is like within us only. So it is said that it is a self sabotaging. Like, we will say that like um, intelligence should be used to kill our emotions and curb our emotions and senses, and still keeping our determination strong. And that kind of a determination is a determination in a mode of a goodness. So how can we do that? So best way is, first of all, understanding that like this bhakti or this Krishna consciousness is best for us. Once we are very much convinced, then we will do that in any situation. Just like that, we understand, like, that it is my duty to take care of my child who is totally dependent on me. Feeding him and protecting him is my duty. There is no one else who can do that. Even if we slightly have an idea that, oh, his dad is awake and he can, give him something, then we will be a little bit like lethargic, or we will think that, like, okay, then I can ignore a little bit. But when we know that he is totally dependent on me, there is no one else in the house who can take care of that child. And in any situation, we will get up and do our duties properly. So, like that, if we understand that, like, chanting this Krishna consciousness, chanting, say, 16 round in the morning, that is what, like, is totally dependent on me. Like, no one else can do that for me. Whatever it is going to produce that, like, benefit, that benefit is not only for me, but all the environment around me, my family, my child, everyone, it will protect me. And like that, if you convince yourself every day, then your determination will be strong. Second thing is that keeping ourselves in the mode of goodness. That is another very important thing. Like, I was told many a times that, like, keep yourself in a mode of goodness. And how to do that? By reducing passionate thing in our life. Means, like, we control our food. That is, everyone, all of us are doing for many, many years. We eat only prasadam. We don't eat outside food. Don't eat, like, onion and garlic, which really increases the passion and ignorance in our body. So we avoided that for many, many years. But also, what are we feeding through our ears? What are we feeding through our eyes? We see that some of the conversations are like talking, something like negative about the others, or talking very negative about even ourselves, because that is also is increasing our ego or ahankar. So that all is increasing the mode of passion and ignorance. And also, so we have to always feed ourselves with all the good mode of goodness quality things. Whatever we are hearing should be in a mode of goodness. Whatever we are thinking should be in a mode of goodness. Whatever we are seeing in a mode of a goodness. Sometimes people are so much in a mode of goodness, and above all of that, that even if by mistake they see these things, it will not affect them. So that is the reason Prabhupada is saying that, like, if you do your rounds really very nicely in the morning, then in the day-to-day life, you have to go to the work, you have to go to so many places where the people are full of mode of passion and ignorance. But your 16 round will always protect you. So this round, along with, but how can I do the 16 round so nicely? If I hear something really good about this chanting, importance of chanting, or chanting this Krishna, about the Krishna whose name I'm repeating in this, 16 syllabus mantra, or the name of a Rama. And if I'm hearing about how he's protecting his devotee all the time from Bhagavatam, if I'm hearing about the message of Bhagavad Gita, and all that will help me just chant my 16 rounds nicely. So whatever we do throughout our day, worshipping our deities, or reading nicely, or listening to our Guru Maharaj's lectures, all this, what activities that we are doing, that Prabhupada asked us to do it, we are like, doing it with a great determination. That is so that we can chant our round very nicely. Once our rounds are very nicely chanted, they will protect us throughout our day. So uh, let's see the other two, and then I will tell you very important things about the mantra. Very nice. One of the lecture which was out of Krishna consciousness, but that really helped me chant my mantra good, so I will tell you that in a moment. So let's go on verse number 34. Here the verse is Yaya tu dharma kamarthan drutya dharayate arjuna prasangena falakankshi dhruti sapartha rajasi. Yaya means by which, tu means but, dharma means religiosity, karma means sense gratification, artham means and, economic development, dhritya means by determination, dharayate means one sustain. Arjuna, O Arjuna, prasangena, because of the attachment. Prasangena means because of the attachment. Phala, phalankankshi means desiring fruitive result. And dhriti means determination, that partha, O son of Pratha, Rajasi, in mode of passion. Translation by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. But that determination by which one hold fast to fruitive result in religion, economic development, and sense gratification is of a nature of a passion, O son of Arjuna. Sorry, O Arjuna, O son of Pritha, Arjuna. So here Krishna is saying that determination which is based, hold fast means which is based on our intention of dharma, kama, and moksha. So, or dharma, artha, dharma, and kama. It is based on these first three and not on the moksha. If it is based on the moksha, it will be on a mode of a goodness. But if it is based on the previous three purushartha, which is dharma, artha, and kama, which is dharma means like doing this religious activity. So always following the religious activity or doing the religious activity is the best thing. But if it is with the intention of the moksha, which is the fourth purushartha, then it is like aligned with like what Bhagavad Gita is saying. But we are doing the dharma so that we will get the artha and kama and we can, enjoy the kama, then that one will fall into passion. So how is that? We will see in a minute. Let's read the purport first. Anybody would like to read these? There are only two lines. You can read the translation also. I didn't read it properly, so anybody would like to read that?
I'll do it, Mataji.
Thank you.
But the determinations, translation by Prabhupada ki jai. But the determination by which one holds fast to fruitive results in a religion, economic development, and sense gratification is of the nature of passion, O Arjuna. Purport: any person who is always desirous of fruitive results in a religious or economic activities, whose only desire is to sense gratification, and whose mind, life, and senses are thus engaged in the mode of passion. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol. Thank you so much. So let's see how we can do this, all the religious activity in a mode of passion. So what that means is that, yeah, I can give an example of like, many a people nowadays in India, they are doing that like on Thursday, they call the ladies and they distribute them some books about the goddess Lakshmi, and then they do not much puja or anything, but they worship goddess Lakshmi. They feed, give or offer her something really nice sweets, and then they call the ladies, give them book, and that book is like full of the stories that someone did this and this kind of activity and they got a lottery ticket, someone did that and they got something, their something was they protected one of their family member by doing this activity, something like that. So that activity, one of the person who is very expert in a Vedas, he was saying that these kind of the pujas are not at all given in the Vedas. They are not in the Vedas that distribute these books and this will protect us. This book is also printed just few years back, like it's just 20, 25 years back, and all the experiences of the people are collected into it. So these books, distribution of this book on that particular Thursday, he was saying that it is not given in the Vedas. So we have to do the activities or even the religious activities which are given in the Vedas. People do Satya Sai Baba's puja or something like that. He was saying even that also will hurt your feelings, but that is also not given in the Vedas. So we are doing so many Matajis and Prabhujis in India. We will say that saintly people, they worship them, and then they don't really tell them to do any religious activity, but they just tell them that okay, act nicely and all that, like just about very very simple. There are no rules and regulations, so people gets attracted towards them very quickly, and then they produce some kind of a book saying that okay, you have to follow this book and that's all is needed. But you have to again and again use your intelligence and check back that whether these activities are given in the Vedas. It's very important to, whatever religious activity you are do, it should come from the Vedas. And because Vedas are called as a Paurusheya, they are given in the very first shloka of the Srimad Bhagvatam, that how Vedas are born. Vedas are born when Brahmadev was, doing this tapasya, Om. He was saying that continuously for many, many years. And that time, Krishna, he appeared in a 400 form, in a Narayana form, and then he gave these Vedas or he gave this knowledge to Brahmadeva in his heart. It is placed in Brahmadeva's heart, and then from Brahmadev it was given to different sampradaya came from Brahmadev. He gave it to Narad Muni, and then Narad Muni gave it to Vyasadeva, and then Brahma Gaudiya Sampradaya, like that we are into Brahma Gaudiya Sampradaya. So there is a Brahma Sampradaya also. This became Gaudiya when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in this Sampradaya. But when uh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's other, you know, other god siblings, they continued the Sampradaya, which is called as a Brahma Sampradaya. Then there is a Kumar Sampradaya. Brahmadeva also gave this knowledge to his four sons, and from these four Kumaras came the Sampradaya, which is called as a Kumar Sampradaya. Then, uh, then this knowledge, this Narayan gave this knowledge to his wife Lakshmi Devi, and from Lakshmi Devi also it came down, and that is a Shri Sampradaya. Then this Sampradaya also, there is a Sampradaya called as a Rudra Sampradaya, when uh, uh, Krishna or Lord uh, Narayana, he gave this knowledge to Shiva or Rudra. Then from Rudra came Parvati Devi heard this, and then from Parvati, like that, this came down, and that is the Rudra Sampradaya. So very interesting that many many stories in the Purana, if you see that, like this is a conversation between the uh, Shiva and Parvati, and many people follows that conversation, that they follow this Rudra Sampradaya. In the place from where I am coming, that Maharashtra, it is all about the Rudra Sampradaya, because when Rudra, Shiva was talking about this stories and giving this knowledge to Parvati, that time one fish, he heard these stories, and that is the Machindranath. And from there, the Natha Sampradaya came. Then there is the Datta Sampradaya, where the Krishna's another incarnation, Datta. He's also coming in that somewhere in the Rudra Sampradaya, that line also. So these are the different ways of getting the knowledge, and these are the proper ways of getting this knowledge or gaining this knowledge. We can't sit and read all these Vedas, but we can go to the people who understand these Vedas very well, and then try to discuss with them, and then, get it corrected that whatever I'm doing, am I doing it rightly? So first of all, the activities should be coming from the Vedas, and that is first of all that those are the religious activities. Then the intention. What is your intention? It is just to earn something. Like earth doesn't mean that like earning only opulences or the money. Artha means like earning many things, like getting the popularity, getting the um, sometimes there are many religious activity which will tell you that okay, you will get the beauty, you will get the good sun, you will get this, that. After that, you will go to the heavenly planet. So these are all artha, and we are doing that for the kama, that means enjoyment. So our intention is getting this beauty, getting like intelligence, getting opulences, all sorts of six opulences are there. And if our intention is to gain these opulences and enjoy that, then these kind of a religious activity, they are in a mode of passion. And if our intention is in a mode of passion, then it is going to be flickering. So we are coming to our determination. So that intention, which is uh, based on these, um, passionate, or I will say that like it's enjoyment and like passionate kind of a thing. So that is if our intention that is based on that, then the activities will automatically it will come under the activities of a passion. Even if we are doing the religious activity, still our intention is not right, then automatically you will feel that like okay, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm doing this say activity that I was telling you in the beginning, that like doing this for Margashirsha Guruvar, that is what they say, that like in Margashirsha month doing this Thursday some activity, if even if I'm doing it consistently, and if my intention is that I should get the wealth, so after a while that I will stop that activity because I'll think that okay, I have enough. If I have a intention to get a good son, then I'll do some kind of a religious activity and I'll stop that after getting the son. So these activities are based on getting something, and so I will stop that in between. Also, if it is like I'm motivated with the say name and fame, that like I, even if I'm writing, say for example, commentary on Bhagavad Gita, and if like my intention is just to get a name and fame out of it, after a while, automatically my determination will start shaking. It will depend on the other environment. And if I find something more attractive that will give me more name and fame, I will leave this activity. Okay, what's in that? I will get more fame by doing this activity and by doing that activity. So this is definitely it happens. It happens with like people who are in Krishna consciousness for many many years. I am telling like my own experiences. It happens with me also. So you have to always check on our intention every day morning. Check your intention. Why are you doing this chanting? Even if chanting is best for you, even if Krishna, your Guru Maharaj told you to do it, why you are doing it, what is your intention, you have to check that every day. Otherwise, if your intention is in a mode of a passion or something else, you will lose your taste in Krishna consciousness, before you know it. Okay, let's see verse number 35, and then I will talk about that mantra thing again. यया स्वप्नं भयं शोकं विषादं मदमेव च न विमुच्यति दुर्मेधा धृति सा पार्थ तामसी. Yaya, by which swapna, dreaming, bhaya, fearfulness, shoka, lamentation, vishadam, moroseness, madam means illusion, eva, certainly, cha, also, na, never, vimuchyati, one gives up, Durmeda, unintelligent, Dhriti, determination. So that Partha, O son of Pratha, Tamasi, in a mode of ignorance. So let me translation by Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. And that determination which cannot go beyond dreaming, fearfulness, lamentation, moroseness, and illusion. With such a unintelligent determination, O son of Pratha is in a mode of darkness. So this determination itself, Prabhupada is translating as a unintelligent determination. There is no intelligence before this, be, be, behind this determination, because you need some intelligence when you decide something. When you take some vows, there is an intelligence involved. So he's saying that like if there is no intelligence involved, that kind of a determination is in a mode of a tamas or darkness. Valli Mataji, would you like to read, or is there anyone else on the call who would like to read?
I can read, Mataji. I'm here. Hare Krishna. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. It should not be concluded that a person in the mode of goodness does not dream. Here, dream means too much sleep. Dreaming is always present, either in the mode of goodness, passion, or ignorance. Dreaming is a natural occurrence, but those who cannot avoid oversleeping, who cannot avoid the pride of enjoying the material objects, who are always dreaming of lording it over the material world, and whose life, mind, and senses are thus engaged, are considered to have determination in the mode of ignorance.
Thank you, Mataji. So very nicely here, Prabhupada again explained that, like, what is a mode of mode of darkness or ignorance, how you can and this is all what we are studying. It is for self-examination. You do not go out and start examining others. You have to always check that, like, in what mode you are currently, what mode is like really dominating you. So I do that. Like I keep on, watching myself that, like, am I like overeating, oversleeping? How is like that after oversleeping? How is my determination today? How is like, my mind is very smart to convince me that, oh, don't do like, the spiritual activities in the morning. Just let it be. You have the full day today. So then you can understand that, like, some other modes, like, the passion or ignorance is like overpowering you. And you have to bring yourself back into mode of goodness. It's very, very hard. But all these study that Krishna is here, this like whole chapter, and before this also in chapter number 17, in 13, so many places Krishna is talking about these three modes, because these three modes we are dealing every second of our life, we are dealing with these three modes. So now Krishna is saying that, like, this mode is like, just dreaming. This mode of ignorance means just it is dreaming, it is fearing, it is lamenting, that all comes under it. And Prabhupada is making sure that you understand that dreaming is also in a three different modes. Like when you're dreaming, with your intelligence, that that, like, this dream can come to true, or it might like uh, dreaming means what, like you don't know that at present it is not in your hand, but you want it, and you are like thinking about it, that I might get it in future. So this kind of a thought or thinking process is dreaming. So believing in Prabhupada's word and Krishna's word, we are saying that, like, okay, we are chanting, we are on the spiritual path, and one day we will reach to Golok Vrindavan. So this is like in a Shuddha Sattva mode dreaming. That means it's like the most purest goodness, in which, like, this kind of a dream we really, really want. This is like believing in the words of Acharya and then dreaming. It is not like with you are not like believing in your like own abilities, but you are believing in the Shastra, you are believing in the Guru, and you are believing in the Sadhu. So this kind of a dreaming, or this kind of a belief is called as a mode of like Shuddha Sattva, that means the pure goodness, or it is beyond the three modes. Then, like in mode of a goodness means like these are the activities which are in a mode of a or these are for the bhautik activities. So it is not about the spiritual activity, but something about day to day our non-spiritual activities. But that's still with the good intention we are doing that. Like I'm raising my children nicely, or I'm giving them a good sanskar, and I'm telling them really nice stories which will give them benefit, that they will learn something good. So that is the intention is good, and you are dreaming that, like, okay, that will help your, or it is not even dreaming, but your intention is that, like, in future these all the activities that you are doing today will help your child in future. Second is that, like, you're doing these activities so that your child will become, like, some people are so passionate about the giving child or pushing him into one direction. Okay, so that I'm not giving him, explore him to the other areas. I'm just, all the people in my family are doctors, so I'm just going to talk about the doctor degree, and I'm not going to let him go any place so that he will become a doctor and he will take care of my hospitals, my family hospital. So these kind of a parents, even if the intentions are not that bad for his child, I mean, it is a good intention, but they are like very passionate intention that, like, this is my family. This is like in a really one direction they are pushing their child. They are not even looking at their child's capacity or something. It's just that, like, the people or the parents are like, they are very driven, that is like a passionate. And then the parents who are like they are like, they don't even know the capacity of the child. They themselves are not very doing any kind of activity which will help their child. They are busy in their, like, their own world. They are maybe earning or partying or anything. They are completely ignoring their child, and then they are talking and dreaming that, like, oh, their child will become someone like great and president of USA tomorrow, but they are not doing any activity. So this is like a dreaming without any basis. So that kind of a dreaming is called as a dreaming in the ignorance. I'm just giving example. Do not go really word to word. That is all came into my mind right now. I didn't even prepare this example. I'm just saying it. That, like, there is no basis, there is no intention. You are not working towards it, and that is called as a dreaming in a mode of a ignorance or tamasi. And this is like a very foolish kind of a dreaming. That, like, I am sitting here and I'm not doing any activities to take care of my health, and then thinking that, like, I will, like, really go old, I will grow old with in a good health. That is also foolishness. I have to take those actions. So that is, I'm again saying it to myself. And then this kind of a dreaming or this kind of a foolish intention, which is like a tamasic, it has, like, somewhere in back of your mind there is, you're fearful that, like, it will not happen, because you know that you are not acting towards it. So this is a that comes with a fear. And then ultimately, eventually, because I'm not doing any activities or taking any action towards it, I'm not walking every day, I'm not doing any kind of exercise. Eventually, I will gain my weight, and then I will lament over it that, oh, I gained my weight, and because of that, other health issues started. So that lamentation also comes, and then you will be morose, or like you will be always in, like, in a bad mood. So why is all this happening? You have to go back and track, because you're in a mode of ignorance. You are taking this determination. Your determination, you should at least move to mode of passion, and at least do it, start it passionately, at least start passionately that I will follow this diet, I will do to this kind of exercise, and eventually you will see the result. But you will become really morose because your determination is not firm. It is like really in a mode of ignorance, and that will bring all these things, and then you will be illusioned, then you will be just dream about like becoming very slim or becoming very healthy, and that kind of a dream is a foolish dream. So I'm giving you very simple and very simple example. This is, you will not see in like Bhagavad Gita. It's less such a kind of example, but this is just for our own understanding that how or where we go. So these are the three kind of a determinations that we learn today. And Bhagavad Gita is talking about these so that you will come out of this lethargic mentality. Your like habits are like very laziness, lethargy, or mode of passion also, because it is like it is always looking at the goal all the time. Mode of a passion will always um, I'm looking at the goal at the time, all the time. So that's why I'm not even doing the actions properly. And if my goal changes, my action will also change. And that's why that kind of a determination also will not keep me steady. So be in the steady determination. To be in a steady determination, it should be in a mode of a goodness. And that is where Prabhupada says that at least try to come to the mode of a goodness. Always he says that at least try to come to the mode of a goodness, because we all are in a mode of a ignorance or in a passion, and we have to try to come to the mode of a goodness, and then only we will be steady in our Krishna consciousness. So with this, I want to all of you to comment on these three verses, and then I will end our class with saying the importance of mantra. Any comment? Anyone?
Yeah, Hare
Valli
Krishna.
Mataji? Yeah,
Hare-
go ahead, Prabhuji, please go ahead.
Go ahead if Mataji wants to talk first. I'll wait,
Prabhuji,
No,
you are always there. Yeah, please go ahead.
I saw the Zoom and I saw Valli Mataji's photo, so I thought she's unmute.
Yeah.
Please go ahead, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Yeah, I see three kinds of the determination, passion, goodness, passion, and ignorance. The one thing question came in my mind is that the determinations, does it create ego or not? And second thing, when you check the verse number 53, 11.53, Lord says, Naham Veder na tapasa na dane na chejya sakya evam vido drastum drastavan asimam yatha. So the form you are seeing with your transcendental eyes cannot be understood simply by studying the Vedas, nor by the undergoing serious penances, nor by the charity, nor by the worship. It is not by this means that one can see me as I am.
Hmm.
So here the determinations is creating ego, in individual persons. And Lord is ignoring that parts here, that on 11.53. So does it, your determination has to convert into surrendering modes?
Yes, Prabhuji. Surrendering is say, I want to surrender to Krishna. That is also a determination. Like it is just to take a decision, like dhruti, or like we say that we take before starting any puja, or like before even starting our chanting. My Guru Maharaj says that like you have to uh, you
Sankalpa,
have to
Mataji.
see
It is a
sankalpa.
sankalpa.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sankalpa. You have to take a sankalpa. So that is what is the determination or a dhruti. So sankalpa is connected to dhruti. That means like, it is that I will do it, and then what is my intention behind that, clarifying that, that is all it is. But determination in a mode of a passion will definitely create ahankar, because if I gain that kind of a fruit, then my ego will increase a lot. Or while doing also, I keep on saying that, oh, I get up Even if it is in a mode of passion, it is again mode of a goodness. I'm saying it for myself. If I do like consistently for a week, this my chanting very nicely at Brahma Muhurta, I feel like saying to others and sharing that, oh, I'm doing that, or I'm doing that, like, very regularly. I started writing my Bhagavad Gita. So sometimes my intention is to encourage others, but sometimes I feel that is it that, like, is it my ego that, like, so it's like very slight difference into that. It can feed your ego anytime, or it's like with a really pure intention that you want others to get encouragement for that. So that's why you have to be very careful. It's like your own, you only can tell about yourself that what was your intention, right? Like I can't tell like what was the intention of others. But if my intentions are pure, then I will never get egoistic. But my intentions are not pure, then I will get egoistic. So it is connected to. And this particular verse that you are reading, that I thought like you were talking about, I was saying that follow Vedas, follow Vedas. So everything like that we do, all kind of the activities, even chanting, calling out I mean, calling out Krishna every day morning, doing our puja very nicely, studying all. We are doing all these things just so that we are purifying our senses, our activities, our determination, everything that, like, whatever we are doing. Basically, everything is leading to action because from there only it started, right? Krishna started by Tyaga and then like doing the actions with a good intention instead of giving up. That's where this whole chapter started. But in order to do the action in a mode of goodness, what all things need, that needs the intention, that is Dhruti also, then that needs many things, and that all we are studying one by one. So ultimately, we want to purify our actions, and to purify our actions, Vedas had given so many activities, rituals, so many our Guru Maharaj, everyone. But ultimately, it's up to Krishna and His mercy to show His form, and that is why Krishna is saying here that by Vedas and by doing any one particular activity, it is not that like. Uh, it is compelled that Krishna is now you have to show me. I did like, I read all the four Vedas. Now, Krishna, you have to show me. Or I did my whole life chanting. You have to show me your form. No, it is up to Krishna, and he can mercifully show us. And uh, it is a unconditional mercy. Means like one person is doing whole life chanting and one person never even chanted. But if Krishna wants, he can give darshan to the other person. So it's this mercy also is like unconditional mercy. So that's why Krishna is saying this particular verse that you were reading. All the activities we are doing while we are in this body, so that we are purifying our activities, our intention. It should not be producing any kind of a fruit. Our desire should reduce because ultimately we want to reduce our desires, and we should not do anything wrong with other people. And that is why we are following all these things and studying that again and again. But whether it will take me closer to the Krishna, we don't, I mean, like, it will definitely purify us, but Krishna will give us darshan, and that's up to Krishna. It's only by pure mercy you will get it.
Thank you, Mataji. So
Thank you so much.
eventually determination has to be converted, I mean, gradually by knowing or unknowingly to surrender mode, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Because in Hindi it says, तुम जैसी धारणा करते हो वही हो जाते हो. It's a beautiful word. क्योंकि
Yeah,
तुम जैसी धारणा करते हो वही हो जाते हो.
very nice. Yes, yes, yes. I'm getting you where you're going, Prabhuji, that determination and surrender. Now I understood. So you mean that do not even decide anything. Go with the flow because that is what is Krishna is
No,
doing this act.
I
Is
mean,
that what you're saying?
initially the determination is essential to start yourself, right?
Right,
You have to find the way,
right,
direction. That the determination has to be there,
right,
and you have to be solid, but gradually it should be absorbed, in a
right.
surrender
Yes,
mode,
yes,
gradually.
yes.
That's what
Yes,
I'm.
Prabhuji. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yes, Prabhuji. Sorry, I didn't get it, I think, previously. What you are saying, I'm getting it right now. Yes, there is no, yeah, yeah, you're absolutely correct. There is no need of any kind of a strong determination or anything required. Afterward, everything happens very sahaj, that is the word used in many scripture. Means it happens very, uh, you know, there is no need for that person who is in a um, uh, like in the second chapter, there is a complete description of a Sthita Prajna is given. So this Sthita Prajna person, there is no need of planning anything. There is no need of any kind of a strong determination. He understand Krishna very well, and he can it happens very easily for him. There is no need of any kind of a determination. Even the people who are in Krishna consciousness for many, many years, or people like you, Prabhuji, you do the chanting very unintentionally. All the time chanting is going on in your mind. In like it is says that we are doing with the right now with the there are different kind of a Vani, Para, Pashyanti. If you add Vaikhari is what we are doing right now. Vaikhari means you're saying it loudly and listening. Then it will go to your throat where you're saying it from the throat. It is not actually your tongue is not vibrating or the sounds are not coming out, but that is called as a paravani. And then there is a pashyanti that like from your heart all the time this chanting is going on. So it will go so very elevated soul, it goes till that pashyanti stage where the chanting is happening all the time, even if they are like moving around doing all kind of activities. So where is the determination there? There is no determination. I'm so that is how, or doing everything for the Krishna. Now we are doing it. We are chanting the mantra to offer the food, and we are doing this action, actually taking it into the bowl, going there. We are chanting everything, keeping that parda and everything. We are doing this kind of. But after that, it happens so automatically that like sages in Vrindavan, whenever they get something in their anyone gives them anything in their mind, they first offer to Krishna and honor that. There is no need of all the external things. It is happening all the time. So all the time they know that Krishna is present. He's doing it in he's doing moving everything in my life. Whatever is happening is done by Krishna. They see Krishna's hand in everything and they are surrender all the time. So you're absolutely right. There is no need because Dhruti means again there is a tinge of passion there. So I understand what you're saying, Prabhuji. So surrender is ultimately we want where there is nothing is yeah, everything is go with the flow like what Krishna decides. But that is when you are completely solid in Krishna consciousness, it happens automatically. Is it something you're
Yeah,
okay with, Prabhuji?
Hare Krishna. Yeah, you absolutely right. Yes. That's our total. I mean, initially we require the determinations, and then it has to be converted into surrender
Hmm.
mode.
Yes, yes,
Initial we required, yes.
yes, 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 yes.
Hare Krishna. Very
So
nice.
thank you, Prabhu. Our Gurujan, they never ever tell that like it will happen sahaj, because then like what happens that devotees or like people like me, we will jump to that point very quickly. Like yeah, so we because we don't understand that like it happens very automatically. we jumped to that stage very quickly, and then we stopped doing this regular activities also. So that's why it is not very much we will see, at least in consciousness, not very much suggested to um, any devotees. We were told that till the end of your life you have to do this, do that, but actually after a few years it happens automatically, and then there is no need of like any kind of a determination. Thank you. Anybody else? Any comment on these three shlokas?
Yeah, Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much. Please go ahead, Mataji.
No, I'm wondering how Haladhar Prabhuji can explain everything that is hidden between the lines. That's what I can say. Because it comes
Yes.
with the wisdom, maybe with the age,
Yeah.
we can take the advantage of his words. And
Yeah.
even we are very, very tiny, little in front of him. That's what I see, because we have so many plans. And what is the determination? What are we doing for the next year? All these things. When Prabhuji said that part, so whatever God decides for us, we have to implement that with kind, means when we focus that inside and outside, the calmness and steadiness that will help us to connect to Krishna first. That's what I'm thinking. When we connect to Krishna, then only we can know what is our direction. Yeah.
Yes, Mataji, very nicely you said that. Yes, Prabhuji is there and he takes out points that, like, we are. Yeah, it never even occurred to me. So thank you so much for bringing, and thank you for coming and guiding us, Prabhuji.
This is a very wonderful time to listen, because, yes, you said it is a resolution time and New Year time.
Yeah.
And when we listen such things, maybe we can mend our activities in such a way that next year should be, we'll be going at least a couple of steps above what we are doing this year.
Yeah, so true, Mataji.
Very nice class also, Mataji. We are waiting for your mantra.
Yeah. Sure.
Sure.
Any
Rasika.
last comment, Sham Rasika Mataji were saying something.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you so much for this wonderful explanation and comment, Haladhar Das Prabhu. And that reminded me, like you explained how our devotion should be sahaji, like it comes through from our heart, like Vraja Gopis, Vraja Balas, like that. So that reminded me one pastime of Arjuna and Krishna on the Kurukshetra. So at the battlefield of Kurukshetra, and I think on 17th day or 16th day, everybody was sleeping, and Krishna came to Arjuna's tent to discuss about next day's strategy, and everybody was sleeping, but there was a sound coming, Krishna, 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 Krishna. And then Krishna was wondering, who is chanting my name at this night? And he was looking here and there, but nobody was awakened. But when he go near to Arjuna, so he saw the sound is coming from his body, like his randra. So like that. So he was so much into Krishna from his bottom of heart, like that. But we are not getting that much conviction or devotion. So that's that I would like to share, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So wonderful. That reminded me of like one of my relative. He was very, very ill. I mean, almost he was sleeping for many days, and he chanted like Rama's name whole life. So his daughters and everyone, they were saying that like whenever we pass even near his body, if you go, you will hear Ram Nam. And he's like his lips are not moving, nothing is moving. But they say that like when we are around him, we can hear Ram Nam all the time. So so people can come to that stage. I mean, so and then also Janabai stories. Also, it reminded me, Mataji. Thank you so much. That Janabai was one of the very great saintly lady. She was born in India. Her guru was Eknath Maharaj, who used to play with Krishna when he was like a child. He was very very young child. Since then, like he used to talk with Krishna. He was very very elevated devotee, Eknath Maharaj. And Janabai's guru was Eknath Maharaj, and she used to stay there. And every day, even Pandurang will come and Eknath Maharaj used to feed him. So when we offer, like actually Pandurang used to appear there and feed. And Janabai was also very, very elevated devotee. She was doing her, worshipping her guru and Pandurang so nicely. And she chanted like Panduranga, Panduranga all day and night. So there was one person, like, so everyone knew that, like, oh, Janabai is also now, getting there. She's very elevated devotee. So one day, one devotee, or yeah, someone from the North India, they showed that, like, someone who was Hindi speaking. He came from like North India to see or take darshan of Janabai, and like he was asking someone, oh, where is Janabai? So that person said that, okay, let's go. I will show you. You can take her darshan. And when he went there, Janabai was actually fighting with the other lady that why you took my cow dung patty. Cow dung patty, they do it in the village in olden days. They were like, so cow dung patty, they were like collecting both these ladies, and one lady took Janabai some cow dung patty and she was fighting with her, oh, give me back. So that person who was visiting there, he said that, oh, what's going on? You said that she's very elevated. Elevated people don't fight. And yeah, well, I don't see what's so great about her. So that the other person, like, just wait. So the other lady said that, how will you recognize which are your cow dung patty? So she said that I can recognize those, and she was bringing the patty near her ear, and if there is a Pandurang name is coming, she said that that's my patty, and that's how she was checking that it's not only the body, but it's like it is transferred to that cow dung patty also. That, like, patty also started chanting. I mean, if you take the patty near your ear, then also you can hear this mantra, Pandurang, Pandurang. So that how great and that how elevated that Janabai was, and that how because of the purity of the mind, that we are all doing all other activities just to purify our mind and action. Once it is pure, then our chanting will become exceptional, like this, like Arjuna, like Janabai. It is possible for us, but just our actions are not pure, our intentions are not pure. Even if we are saying it like, they are pure, look, there is some slightest enjoyment and other things are there. It is mixed with it, and that is the reason. Because I was talking to my Guru Maharaj, why we have to do 16 rounds when it is said that, like, Krishna can come if you are chanting only, even in like unintentionally also. If you say the name once, he will come. Then why? So Prabhupada, so my Guru Maharaj was saying that, like, that purity of like that one mantra that you will chant, that purity, to get that purity, we are chanting every day 16 rounds. We are not pure yet, so you have to chant this every day. It is making this practice so that one day it will become pure. Thank you so much, Mataji. So, like the last part that I was talking about the mantra, so that is all. Now we can connect these dots. I was listening to one person few days back, and he was talking about how these mantras, different kind of vibrations, can cure your different diseases. And whatever your mental and physical diseases are, so this is again, these are all in a mode of, I will say, it's like with the intention of gaining something, right? I need a good health and all that. So he was saying that, like, all mantras, he was giving the mantras like on the phone also, or in our Zoom call. Oh, you have diabetes, you can chant this mantra. Oh, you have this, you can chant this mantra. This is a mantra that, like, effect of all the medicines on our bodies. It creates different kind of a side effects, or it says that, like, there is a poison in our body. So remove that poison by chanting this mantra. So he was saying that to everyone, and he did some study, and his guru also did some study. He was talking about that, and that was that I don't know, that day I was listening to that, and that, like, really was helping me, that, like, how chanting this mantra is helping all the time, each and every part of my body. I mean, even if we hear so many times that it affects our environment, it affects our body, our mind, and sometimes our faith starts shaking, and in some or the other way, Krishna put someone in front of you, and that person was saying that like how people who are having like very high diabetes, their diabetes is completely reduced, and who are having some kind of problems, and they were like everyone gave up, but because of his mantra it was cured. So all these things he was talking about, like bhautik jagat, and I also was thinking about, like, of course, taking for my health issues and all that. But then again, I was thinking about that, like how our chanting is helping us all the time, and we don't even know that. So right now we saw that, like what Mataji was saying, that like how Arjuna's complete body started chanting the this mantra, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So not only our Vaikhari, that means our tongue is chanting, but like after a while, like every pore of our body can chant Krishna's name, and we have to go till that point. It's not only our body, but like just like that cow dung patty. So like that, others like around us, this like complete house, this like our family members, the friends that coming in contact with us, they all should start chanting Krishna. So till that, till that point, we have to uh, come, or like that how you can go up to that, like that stage. And that's why we say that, like whenever I'm around my Guru Maharaj, I can chant very nice rounds, because his whole body is chanting all the time. He did sadhana for so many years, that in his Vani, that like that kind of you know what can we say, that like strength is there, that it will make others chant also nicely. So you get that strength by you doing the sadhana perfectly. Okay, so the previous example that I was giving was very materialistic, but I was just telling you all that, like how that help me chant my rounds properly, or chant my Gayatri properly. More than rounds, my Gayatri, I started focusing more, that like, oh my, that's really nice. So with that, I will stop here. Thank you so much. Hari Bol, Hari Krishna. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। कामाचार्य श्रीलारदास ठाकुर की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। भगवत गीता की जय। श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। राधे राधे।
Krishna, Hare
Anything
Krishna.
from, I
Hare
see
Krishna.
Surendra Bhandari Mataji, Rashmi Mataji joined.
Yeah, Rashmi
Is
Mataji
it
joined, so first time, so
Geeta
we
Mata
can
first
welcome her.
time? Oh, Hari Hari Bol, Rashmi
Hari
Mataji.
Bol,
Your
Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol,
Hari Bol,
Hari
Hari
Bol,
Bol.
Hari
Hare
Bol,
Bol,
Hari
Hare
Bol.
Bol.
Mataji, can we chant 3 times Hare Krishna mantra for all our Christian brothers and sisters? Their holy days is coming. Can we do that, Mataji, please?
Yes.
Sure, let's chant.
3 times Hare Krishna for our
Yeah.
Christian, for the safety, for this healthy holidays coming. Okay.
Okay.
Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
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 Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare Hare.
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama,
Rama,
Hare Hare.
Rama Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare.
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Hare.
Rama, Hare
Hare Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare
Hare.
Hare. Hare Krishna.
Anything from you, Geeta Mataji, Rashmi Mataji? Anything you wanted to share?
All
Rati
good. Thank you so
Mataji.
much for a lovely class, Mataji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Hari Bol, Hari Krishna.